Oh my God.
Care
Shalom and
about the
blessings,
streets of
warriors of
Wormwood.
Yahuwah
Come
and
on,
the truth.
is a fucking
This
show.
is the
We're not on a
eighth
show.
the
We're
eighth
not a TV
video
show.
for Wormwood.
You're making it seem like a
The
TV
secret of
show.
lawlessness in one word.
3, 2, 1, action.
Insights into the world order of the beast. When Lou was a child being trained by the Jesuits, they openly explained how the world system's power structure is organized. Since Babel, the world has been organized in this beast system or order. It is a highly ordered teaching authority, controlling and wielding power over the commoners, whom they refer to as the laity or common people. The dragon gives them this authority and power. We often hear non-professionals referred to as lay people or laity. Yes, I can. This term implies there are more informed people who were in control. The Jesuit Illuminati was all around Lou, but only later did he become aware of their presence and strategies. The only organized teaching authorities they recognized is theirs. All others were evil. Theirs was the only means to attain or earn heaven, and the other teaching authorities had to be opposed and totally eliminated. The Jesuits are a military order which rose up to resist the Reformation, or the Reformation. They seek to restore the papacy to its former position of power over the world. This militia is a totalitarian, organized government posing as a religious institution. Its greatest operation is the United Nations. This is a foreign power entrenched on the sovereign soil of the United States. It is a foothold that so far remains unrecognized. The three estates of the world order are the way the dragon controls us. Once an insider, he was taught the order of world powers. 1. Clergy, which is papacy, cardinals, and priests. 2. The nobility, all governmental levels. 3. The commoners or laity, the people living out in the sticks, meaning city dwellers and the pagas, woodland dwellers, having quaint superstitions. The Latin term pagus, forest dweller, became our modern word pagan. They had a reputation for holding to primitive beliefs, so the term pagus was highly derogatory. This book will change everything with the truth. The ignorance of the pagans, Latin pagus, was exploited in the past. Only now they are called lay people, being the ignorant masses. After the lay people, common people. After the printing press was invented in the early 15th century, the media slowly became what is referred to as a fourth estate. It became a powerful authority and attempts to control information. The teaching authority of the clergy is constantly being exposed and challenged by the truth. The collision between truth and tradition is on display every day in the media. Constantine coins with his deity Apollo. Constantine, the father of Christianity. Okay, Constantine's coins with his deity Apollo. I don't know if I read this part to you guys yet. The teaching authority of the clergy is constantly being exposed and challenged by the truth. The collision between truth and tradition is on display every day in the media. Constantine, the father of Christianity, and these are the coins. Roman time is Wormwood. Doctrine means teaching. It's a Latin word related to document, a written instruction. The Latin word doctor means teacher. We've been programmed from birth with various traditions, rituals, and customs. All paganism is targeted at children. How we keep track of time is a worldwide type of programming. Here we will look into how we came to be trained to think of and organize time in our days, months, and years. The first thing we do when we awaken each day is check the time. Originally, the hours of daylight were measured using a sundial, and the shadow of the sun marked off 12 hours, horo, until it set. Horoscopes means hour watcher. The marked hours on the sundial pass more quickly in the winter months and slower in the summer months. There was no daylight savings time trick to deal with. The length of the hours measured on the sundial varied in length. There were always 12 hours of daylight. What we call noon is the Latin nuns, N-O-N-E-S, or nones, meaning 9. It was the 9th hour after sunrise, or 3 p.m. in the ancient world.
Stop. Just enough. Just enough.
Each day of
I
the
give up.
week
No.
was
This is
originally
crazy.
referred to by a number.
You can't help
Not
with the
a name.
dog. You can't help with anything. You got to be on the computer all day.
You know why I can't take her out.
I get the books, okay? I get the books. I get it. You want to do teachings. You want to help people. But you know what? You got a family, too. If you don't start helping your family, you're going to lose them.
If I could take her out, you know I would. You know I would.
You got to play with her. She needs to play with her. She wants to play. She doesn't want to sit at the computer all day.
The seventh day also had a name, Shabbat, meaning rest or cease.
Come on, Bella. I got to pick you up.
Adam and
Let's go.
Pua,
Go.
the first man and woman,
Watch out.
observed the 7-day week.
Gotcha.
There is no one named Eve in the Hebrew text. This name was embraced to appease pagans because one of the names for their earth mother was Eve. The name Pua is derived from the Hebrew word Kai, meaning life. Thus her name means mother of the living. The ending ah renders it feminine, similar to the ending in Shara. Shar meaning prince or ruler, Shara means princess. You will notice the days of the week have been given names. I apologize. The names were taken from among pagans who honored their deities by calling the days by the names of their idols. Sabbath, Shin Bet Tau, Shabbat. Shaitan altered the day of rest to the pagan Dia Solis, Day of the Sun, in 321, the Edict of Constantine. Since that time, the world has thought of the original Shabbat as the Roman Day of the Sun, or Satir Day. What day of the week followed the 7th day, Bereshit Genesis 2:3? It wasn't the 8th day, it was the 1st day, beginning another cycle over again. A week of 7 days in Hebrew is Shavuah, a word based on the meaning of 7, or Shiva. This cycle of 7 is seen throughout Scripture. 7 intact weeks add up to 49 days, as we see prescribed at Leviticus 23:15 and Deuteronomy 16:9, and modeled in years at Leviticus 25:8. Roscoe! What day followed the 7th day isn't dependent on anything created during the first 7 days, as some have proposed using the moon phases. The week is its own independent creation of time, determined by counting the days to the 7th day, a sign of rest. Yahuwah retrained his people in the wilderness by providing a double portion of manna on the 6th day and none on the 7th. Shaitan molested it as prophesied at Daniel 7:25, and now the people are returning Teshuvah to the correct day. People are trying to blame the 7-day cycle on the Romans and writing books about it, but not citing Scripture. They twist Scripture to force things into the meaning to draw away Talmudim after themselves. They teach doctrines of demons. Next time, I will be going over each day of the week, starting with the 1st day, and worship of the heavenly hosts, and the clan and syncretism, Christianos. That video is going to be a little bit longer than I've been making them lately, because I have to go over each day of the week. But we went over Shabbat, which is the 7th day, the last day of the week, which is always prescribed as the day of rest for us. It will never change. It's an everlasting promise of Yahuwah that we have a day of rest like he rested after creating everything in existence in our world. I love you all, and I hope you all enjoyed the lesson. Baruch haba Hashem Yahuwah. Shalom and blessings.